Once again, I welcome you all for the session 3 called as data frame manipulation and regression. Yes. Uh, in Pandas, the method called concat is used to concatenate the two data frames or series or panel and so on. So now we are going to see what is concat. So concat, we are well known about the concat. So concat functions are used to concatenate two series or two data frames. So here this is a syntax of concat. We can we can focus only the important attributes of concat in the demonstration session. So method called as concat is used to concatenate two data frames or series. So these are all the syntax and arguments possibility given in the concat functions. So let's see how to use concat functions in the pandas. So first, how to open the Python and import the necessary packages. You are all well known about the packages. So import pandas as pd tf is equal to new pd dot data frame of here I'm going to give some list of values for representing the data frame. So here I am giving 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So okay. So now the TF, that is data frame, was created with the list of values. So I am just displaying the TF. So the TF has several values, right? For concatenating two data frames, we are in the need of another data frames. So now I am going to create another data frame called TF1 is equal to pd dot data frame of another list of values. Here I have to give the values AA, BB, CC, enter. So now the TF1 was created. So TF1 contains the character values. So now we are going to concatenate these two data frames. So just print pd dot concat of tf comma tf1. So print pd dot concat of tf comma tf1. So now we are obtaining the values from data frame and data frame 1, that is TF and TF1. So here we can see the indices 0 to 6 for the TF and 0 to 4 for the TF1. If you want to continue the indices, we have to use another interesting attribute called ignore underscore index. So now print pd dot concat of tf comma tf1 comma ignore underscore index is equal to true. Yes, now we are seeing the indices values in sequential order. So ignore underscore index attribute is used to ignore the indices from two pandas data objects. Then we are going to specify the data which are taken from TF and that are taken from TF1. For that we are going to use keys attribute in the concat functions. So let's see, print of pd dot concat of tf1 tf comma tf1 comma keys is equal to, for example, tf, okay, tf1. Keys are used to represent the separate indices from data frame 1 and data frame 2, used to separate the data which are taken from different data frames. Okay, so close the braces, concat. Okay, let's see. So now we are seeing TF contains 7 values. Like this, TF1 contains 5 values. For specifying the starting of data frame, we have to use keys attribute in the concat functions. We can append the existing TF with a new TF. For example, TF dot append of TF1. Now we can get the TF with the values of tf1 as well as tf. So append method is also used to concatenate the two or more data frames into single one. Okay. So let us see how the merge function works in the data frames. Pandas provides a single function called merge used to join operations between data frame objects. For getting merged data frames, we have to use merge method. So in this method we can specify several attributes based on join operations, inner, outer, left and right join. So we can give the type of merging performed by pandas. So let's see. Import necessary packages. Import pandas as pd. tf is equal to pd dot and dot csv. So now the tf. So in student1.csv, I was giving the roll numbers with the name of the students. Okay, so like this, tf1 pd dot read underscore csv d colon slash stud sorry su2 dot csv. So I'm just trying to display tf1. Yes, the tf1 has two field, roll number and age. Now I want to merge to these data frames. So what I do means tf3 is equal to pd dot merge of tf comma tf1. So comma, we have to specify on like join operation on SQL, we have to specify on keyword. So like this, we have to specify on attribute. So on roll number. I'm just closing the merge function and press enter. Merge missing and positions on the right. So here tf3 is equal to pd dot merge of. I'm just removing the square bracket because the merge function contains attributes called left comma right. So left data frame comma right data frame. In the example, tf is a left data frames, the tf1 is a right data frame. Merging operations can be done with on roll number attributes. Okay, so now you are seeing roll number, name, age. So the merging of tf1 and tf. The merge function returns the data frame 3 as the result of join operations. Okay, as the result of join.
By default, the merge operations return the result as the inner join, inner merge. So we can perform three different types of merge available in Pandas. These merge types are common across most database and data-oriented languages like SQL, R, and SAS, and so on. Joins. We can we can use inner join, that is inner merge, left merge, right merge, outer merge. For inner join, only keep rows where the merge on values exists in both left and right data frame. So now here the example, we are looking 101. 101 is available in both data frames. 101, 102, 103, 105, 107, 108, 109, 110. So the record that are matched with the data frame 2 will be written as TF3. That is called as inner join. So we have to return only matched rows. That's all. So left join means keep every row in the left frame where there are missing values of on variable in the right data frame, add empty or none in the result. Now here the example, TF3 is equal to PD dot merge of TF comma TF1 on is equal to roll number comma how is equal to left. Now we will get TF3. Yes. Now TF3 contains all the rows in TF1 as well as the matched row from TF2. Okay. So this is a result of left join. Like this, for right join, TF3 is equal to PD dot merge of TF comma TF1 comma on is equal to roll number comma how is equal to right. Now I'm just trying to display TF3. Yes, here all the rows from TF1 are displayed with none values. The none values refers no value is specified in TF, that is left table. Okay. For outer merge, a full outer join returns all the rows from the left data frame, all the rows from the right data frames, and the match up rows were possible with the nuns. So here TF3 is equal to PD dot merge of TF comma TF1 on is equal to roll number outer. So now we will get T of 3, yes, with all rows matched to row as well as the rows from TF1 and the rows from TF. So merge operations are used to join two or more data frames. By using join operations on SQL, we have to specify on attribute. Based on attribute, the result will be deployed.